This Sunday at 2:30 p.m. at St. Andrews River Heights United Church, Virtuosi Concerts is presenting a concert called Cafe Music. This concert will feature the fabulous Borealis Trio, a piano trio made up of faculty from the University of Manitoba's Desautels Faculty of Music. Opening up the concert on Sunday as part of Virtuosi's Young Artist program will be the wonderful young pianist Georg Neuhofer. Neuhofer is currently a student at CMU, where he has been studying with pianist Shirley Elias. During his studies at CMU, Neuhofer won the very prestigious Verna May Jansen competition that is held at CMU and has premiered a piano concerto written specifically for him by Manitoba composer Liam Barry. This year, he will graduate with a Bachelor of Music degree in Performance and Education. And joining me here in the Classic 107 studio to talk about his performance this Sunday as part of Virtuosi's Young Artist program, I am joined by Georg Neuhofer. Hey, Georg, nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
So this must be a very exciting time for you, not only because you're performing this Sunday, but am I right, you're graduating this year?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, so I'm in my 5th year of a Bachelor of Music with a major in education and performance. So yeah, I am graduating this April.
I'm just trying to figure out how this works. So you're going to be graduating with a BMus in Performance and Education. How does that work? Do they have a concurrent program at BMU or at CMU where you can get both degrees at the same time?
So I actually wasn't sure of this initially either, but the way it works is that the requirements to do a performance degree are very similar to an education degree. So what I found out is that if you do a few extra credit hours in terms of like performances, so a year-end recital and collaborative piano, extra collaborative piano credits, then I pretty much had all the credits required for both of them. So I was able to kind of like be listed as graduating with both of them. So
Sweet.
Yeah, it works out really nicely.
Mm-hmm. I have to ask, because she is one of my very good friends, you are a student of Shirley Elias. She is such a vibrant and motivated person and a great pianist. What was it like studying with her?
Oh, it's been amazing. She's the reason I actually came to CMU, and she's a family friend of mine as well. So she and my mother grew up in Winkler, Manitoba together. So it's been amazing, and it's been my favorite part of my degree for sure. And she's pushed me so much and just allowed me to really take full advantage of a music degree at CMU pretty much. So,
she's so full of energy. I don't know where she
is,
gets it from.
And it's you feed off her energy almost, because she just lights up a room as soon as she walks into it. So,
totally.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to be opening up the Virtuosi concert this weekend. Can you talk us through the audition process for the Young Artist program? How does that work?
For sure. So it's pretty much just a submitted video, and I think that's the way it's been maybe since it was initiated. That's what I had to do the past 2 years. Actually, I was a Virtuosi Young Artist the previous year as well. And so I submitted a video around 10 minutes in length. Mm-hmm. And then they simply let you know a few weeks later whether you've been accepted into it. So yeah, it's fairly straightforward.
Yeah. So are you going to tell us, can you tell us what you're going to be playing on the weekend?
For sure. So Elizabeth Seale and I are playing Debussy's Violin Sonata in G minor. So yeah.
The whole thing?
Just the first and third movements.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It's a great piece. Mm-hmm. What do you enjoy about the piece? And does it create any challenges for you when you're practicing it?
Yeah. So there's some sections that are quite virtuosic, and it also there's many little snippets of melody. Right. It's never completely flowing from one section into the next. So it's lots of different tempos, and so you have to keep that in mind while practicing, and also, of course, while rehearsing and actually performing it. Just those quick changes of tempo that you kind of need to know in advance, right, and be thinking of in advance.
Yeah, and whenever I think of Debussy in particular with his piano writing, I always think of color.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah, of
not
course.
Not only on your own, but when you're playing with the violinist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, and since it is a violin sonata, I'm trying to create these colors behind the violinist that just allow her to flourish, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great piece. When it comes to playing the piano, is there any one composer that you particularly enjoy practicing and performing?
I do. Yeah, I would have to single out Rachmaninoff probably in terms of, probably Rachmaninoff just because just the beautiful Russian melodies, right? And just the depth of his writing and the harmonic complexity sometimes too as well, right? So it's just so captivating for
And
me.
again, another one of those composers who did write in colors,
Oh, for
especially
sure.
I'm thinking of the piano preludes,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What are your plans after graduating? Are you going to continue your studies? What's next for you?
Yeah, so right now I'm planning on taking a year off and just working, but after that I intend to go to the University of Manitoba to get an education after degree to allow myself to teach in schools. So I'd like to become ideally a band teacher, but I would be open to teaching any kind of music in schools. So yeah.
Fantastic. One of the questions I always like to end conversations with is, who's your favorite pianist, quick, fast, and why?
Daniel Trifonov, especially because he plays Rachmaninoff a lot and is from Russia. And I think just the expression and intensity in his piano playing is just tremendous. So
yeah, and he looks like he can play Rachmaninoff's third piano concerto, and he looks like it's nothing.
It's nothing to him. Yeah.
It's a piece of cake. What are you looking forward to most about this Sunday's performance?
Well, I'm looking forward to collaborating with Elizabeth Seale, who is from the U of M, and we've known each other now for a couple of months. And yeah, it's always interesting, just like feeding off one another's energy, right? And seeing where the musical collaboration can take you. I'm also looking forward to the music that the Borealis Trio will be playing as well. So actually, the coachings we received were by Oleg Pokonovsky, who's her violin instructor, right? So it's going to be very interesting to hear all the music they're presenting. So.
Yeah, I got a preview of the music last week. They were here in studio. I interviewed them, and it's going to be a really, really fun concert this Sunday. Georg, this has just been so great to meet you and have you here in studio. Thanks for taking the time to stop by. All the best on Sunday.
Thank you so much for having me.